Hi guys, today we're going to go over what I keep in Blake's go bag. We're doing this while he's away because if he sees me pull this out, he thinks we're going somewhere and he gets way too excited. We're not dealing with that today. So this is his go bag, and the purpose of it is if we're going to be out of the house for an extended period of time or maybe for some overnight stays somewhere. This is everything that he needs to be successful and hopefully content and calm. Let's start with the things that are outside of the bag first, and that is his harness here. So he has this on if we're going on a big hike or a walk, or if we're gonna strap him into the car. We have one of those canopy or hammock dog seats that go along the back of the car. I'll picture of it down below, but that's what he uses when we go somewhere in a car. And then we also have obviously his leash. I just kind of jimmy rigged this, so it's a normal leash here if we want to go for short distances, keep him close to me, or if I want to make it a long lead, this is a retractable one. And then attached to it, we have a poop bag dispenser here, so they're all nice and kept, easy to find. Pepper spray in case we come across an aggressive dog or maybe a coyote, something we don't want near us. This is going to hopefully protect us. And a whistle, because you never know. Okay, so those are things not even attached to the bag. Now, on the bag here, on the very top, we have a number of different things on the handle. So this is just a clip, okay, pretty self-explanatory. If you ever need to clip something to this bag, like his boots if they're really wet, or a life jacket that he has, or sometimes in here, we'll get to it, there's a dry wet bag, so if he has like water toys that were wet or a wet towel, we'll put it all into that, and then we'll clip it to the bag, and that way everything in the bag stays dry and it can stay out on the outer parts. If whatever reason, whatever we want to clip onto the bag doesn't fit this clip, that's why we have this. This is actually his old puppy collar from when he was very little. He's outgrown it now, but if anything, we just use it, repurpose it for things that can't fit on the clip. And then this is actually his house line. He doesn't use it anymore. This is from back when we were training and potty training and all that, so we can find him easier and redirect him. I just keep this on his bag in case, again, there is an aggressive dog. Then hopefully I can leash it or kind of get control of it with this to get away from my dog, or someone else can grab it as well. That's why this is here. And then on this side, we have an extra random roll of poop bags, because you always want to clean up after your dog. And I also have in here, and this is more if you're planning on maybe doing some overnights and you know you're going to be taking them out late at night and it's dark. So we have a collar here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it lights up. Okay, so people can see him. That might be a bit easier to see. And that just goes around his collar. And I have a headlight here that I just wear on my head. It's really handy. All the different settings. So it's super handy with going out at night, especially if he goes to the bathroom and he wanders off after, I can quickly pick it up and still see him as well as the boop. And then on this side, we have a water bottle, because obviously pup's got to drink at some point. If you're going to be out of the house away from somewhere that you can fill up a bowl, then definitely bring a water bottle. So let's get into the bag. So we're gonna open up the big pocket first. First thing is a first aid kit. In here are things for myself as well as things for the dog. If you're more interested to see the dog side of the first aid kit, definitely subscribe and comment below if that's something you'd want to see in a future video, but that's what this is. Again, we have dog food. Depending on the kind you're doing, you may not need to bring dog food. You might just need to bring a portion, or like if they have like a snack or a reward, bring that. Other options could be going somewhere, we have to leave him behind, we give him a Kong. So that way he can work on the Kong while we're gone. Same sort of idea, just gives them something to eat while they're out. Or if you know they're going to be burning a lot of calories, if they're going for a long extended hike, you might want to give them something to eat. Then we have all kinds of toys, depending on what the activity is that they're going to do, or a chew. So this is a water toy, so Blake loves the water, and you can use it on land if you need to. This is just a squeaky one, so this is helpful for throwing on land so we can find it. And then, especially because Blake is a puppy, he's not very good at self-regulation and calming himself down if he's really excited. So bringing something he can relax and chew is helpful. So we have a bone here, and you know, like a Kong, I might stuff the ends of the bone so he has to work at it a bit more, kind of take his mind off his surroundings a little bit so we can just focus on this and relax. And then we have a blanket. So again, if we're going somewhere maybe he's not familiar with, or we have to leave him behind somewhere, definitely advise bringing something from home so that way he can feel a little bit more comfortable with wherever he is. So this is just his blankie he's had since we first got him. And again, he loves the water. So here we have his own little personal towel. And what I love about this towel in particular is, one, he gets super excited by it. He jumps right into it. But it has a little hood here, which I really like, especially because he is prone to ear infections with just how droopy and hairy his ears are. So this is really good for, one, to getting him nice and dry and starting the process around his head, but also just kind of working in those ear holes a little bit just to get them drying a bit more. So always carry this, even if we're not going to the water, because I guarantee at some point he's going to get wet in some way. I always carry his bath towel. And that, oh, one more thing. And this is going to be kind of gross, but this is paper towel. We haven't really had to use it in a long time. He hasn't been car sick in a very long time, but this is really good for cleaning up like quick messes or whatever. Just make sure that things are nice and tidy and that you can get rid of it later. You don't have to worry about carrying it with you. So now we move into the second pocket. I don't think I keep much in the second pocket, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, so this is just a collapsible dish. Okay, so there's a nice lid for it, and there's a clip, so if you want to clip it on the outside, you can, and you just expand it, and you can either put food in here or water. Again, depending on the type of outing you're doing, you might need 2 of these, or just another dish of some kind. I just like that it's collapsible, so it takes up less space, but I only own the one. So usually the second container is like a margarine container or something. And then this is that dry wet bag I was telling you about. So it's completely mesh. So any wet things would go in here, and then flip it to the outside, carry it away. Wet stays out, this stays dry. So that's good. And that's it for this pocket. Now we get into the very front pocket here. And this has quite a bit of stuff in it. So here we have tick remover tools. Just because, again, you never know what you're going to come across, and because his hair is particularly long, it's really good to check. What I like keeping this product, even though it's not opened, is it has the instructions on the very back on how to properly remove a tick. So that I didn't realize that ticks, once they bite, they're actually going to burrow their heads. So when you go to remove it, you think the tick's gone when the head's still in it. So this helps you to properly get rid of the tick body and head. So that's what's in here. And then we also have, for instances, a comb, scissors, and I believe, yes it is, a tick and flea comb. Why do I have all these things here? Well, his hair is very long, it is wavy, and what can happen sometimes is when he tries to go after sticks or twigs or whatever, is he actually can get burrs stuck in his fur. So these are to help kind of get those burrs in a better spot, not so I can pull them out, but so I can cut them out. Poor puppy. And again, if we're doing an overnight somewhere, then Doodles They need to be brushed every day. He doesn't like his brush. He'd rather the comb and the tick comb. So that's why I keep this on my persons at all times. And then we have extra poop bags because you never know. The final thing is his health record reports. So this is just something that we got that has all of his vaccination information in it, as well as what his weights are, allergies, any procedures he would have had done. All of that is in here. So if we do have to go to an emergency vet for any reason, they have that information on them. So that's everything that we keep in his go bag. I hope this was helpful. If there's anything different that you might have in your dog's go bag, definitely comment below. I'm very interested. Or if you have any suggestions on what to put in the go bags, I would be very excited and eager to learn.